Hi, I'm Phyllis from southernfrugal.com. Well, this morning when we made the smoothies, I finally just got tired of all the bags. And so I went to get the different things out, and I realized I'm standing there with the freezer open and I'm pulling out this bag and that bag. So what I've decided to do, instead of making up a whole smoothie packet, I'm going to make up what I'll just call a basic smoothie packet, or just the very basics, so then I can add whatever fruit I want to. Look at all these here. Look at all these bags. See? All right. So what I'm going to do, I only have kale frozen now in the greens. I've got spinach, but I haven't got it frozen like this. So basically it would be the greens. And then the things that I use to have extra protein, like the lentils and the chickpeas, and then the sunflower seed pulp that really makes sunflower seed milk, and the almond butter, which also makes almond butter milk. And then of course to sweeten it, I'm going to use the dates, and these were just blanched and then frozen in ice cube trays. And I've got these extra little carrots I froze, so I'm going to see if I can fit a couple of those in. So here's how I'm going to do it. I've just got to get organized, because the first shelf in my freezer, the very top shelf, is where I put all the packets that I made up. Now, the last time I did this, which I think was it might have been 4 weeks ago, and I just laid them out flat. I used a quart bag, and I laid them out flat, so they'd be real easy to thaw out. And that was fine. I just stacked them all up, all in one corner of the shelf. But then, when we used them all, then it just got to be chaos, So anyway, I'm going to try to just do the basic base for the smoothie, and then I can add fruit, peanut butter. Of course, I'll have to add water to the smoothie in the morning, but I'll have the basics. Y'all know what I'm talking about? And so I'm going to do them in the little freezer cartons. And these are, they call them TakeAlongs, and I use them as freezer cartons because they work great. So I'm going to try to make up about 10 of them. That way I can stack them all up very neat in the freezer. So I'll do one, and then I'll show you what I'm going to be doing. So I know that each one of these little cubes is 2 tablespoons. So this is, I can't get that one apart. So I'm going to start out with 2 of the green frozen kale. Some of these are stuck together. Yeah, that'll work. And then from there, hold on, I've got to wipe my hands off. Yeah, I have to do this fast because they start thawing out right away. All right, so I'm going to use like 1 of the lentils in each one. Let me go ahead and get my 10 out here. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm putting 2 of the frozen kale in each one. I might go back and make it 3. I have enough. I don't. Well, that one's got 3. So a few of them will have 3 of them. All right, so that uses up my kale. All right, wipe my hand off again. And we'll see how much I can get in here. So these are the lentils. So I'm just putting 1 of those in. So that's 2 tablespoons of cooked lentils. Alright, so that got rid of that bag. Alright, and now I'm going to I've only got 2 of the almond milk left. I've got to make, the almond butter. I've got to make 2 more of the almond butter. I've got to make almond butter. I've got almonds still in the freezer. Alright, so that takes care of that. Wipe my hand off again. Now I'm going to use the sunflower seed pulp, which I just blanched the sunflower seeds rather than roasting them. and then added a little water and ground them up in the Vitamix. So I'm going to go ahead and do 2 of those. So this is what's going to make the milk that will go in the smoothies. So I'm going to add 2 of those in each one. Except the first one, which I added the almond butter in there. Okay, so now we just 4 more. All right. Again, this is the sunflower seed pulp. And it just smells really good. All right, so now I need the sweetener, and I'm going to use the dates for that. All right, so I think I've got enough. Use 2 cubes of the dates. Yeah, it just got to be chaos in the morning getting ready to make the smoothie. You know, I ended up having to pull all the packets out because they were all jumbled up. And finally this morning I just said, okay, I've had enough of that. Alright, so we're too short on the dates. So these 2 don't have dates. Alright. Now we're going to do some carrots. I'm really just seeing what I can get in here. There's 2 or 3 of these little carrots. Because they're already frozen. These are those baby carrots. I didn't want them to go bad, so I went in and cooked them. I mean, these are the real little baby ones. So yeah, then in the morning, all I have to do is get out my basic, and then I'll add peanut butter and orange juice and water. Alright, I really need to have at least 1 date cube in each of these. Some of them are only going to have, these 4 will only have 1 of the date cubes. Alright, now all I'm going to do, break that apart, carry it apart. So this will be 10 of the basics, and it'll just make my life so much easier. It really will. Now I'm going to go look in my freezer, see if I can find another pack of the frozen dates, so hold on. Okay, I couldn't find any more dates, so what I'm going to do, this is a pack of figs from last year from our own tree, so I'm going to just divide those in half, and I'll just go back and put 2 dates in each one, and then these will not have dates, they will have figs. Now the figs are almost as sweet as the dates, not quite though, but they are dried dates. So I'm going to just, because dates are very high, I mean not dates, figs are very high in potassium, very much like dates are. And they're also good and sweet. Can you see that little date there all squished up? Anyway, that'll work. So 2 of these have got the dates, and the rest of them have all got the figs for sweetener. So yeah, this will make my life much easier in the mornings. So all I'm going to do then is put the lid on them. And again, these are those little, they call them TakeAlongs, made by Rubbermaid, and I don't know if they intended for them to be freezer cartons or not, but they sure work great. You don't get any freezer burn or anything. Yeah, and see, I can stack all these up and break that apart. Yeah, this last little, there, break it apart so it'll go down nicely. Yeah, so I really got to the point where the bags were just causing me stress, all those bags. I mean, you know, they were all labeled and everything, but you still had to pick them up you know, to see what was in the bag, to be able to see the label. And with these, see, I know exactly what's in there. So I just called it Smoothie Base and put the date on it. And by the way, I don't know if y'all ever had trouble finding labels for your freezer cartons, and y'all probably already know this, but these are just all-purpose labels from the office supply place in Walmart. And I do like the bigger labels rather than those little ones. I had used the little ones. I just like the bigger ones. These are really like address labels that you would use for envelopes, I guess, in business probably. So anyway, this will give me 10 days of Smoothie Base that I don't even have to think about. All I have to do is take them out of the freezer, put them in the Vitamix, and add my orange juice, fresh squeezed orange juice, and peanut butter, and any other fruit I wanted to add. Okay, that one's not laying down right. There's another one that's where the kale is stuck together there. That's straight. All right, so this will make things a lot neater, and I'll be able to know what's going on there. Yeah, those bags really got out of hand for me. And I guess it was the worst this morning. I was like, okay, where is the sunflower seed pulp? Where's the almond butter? And also, I know I've got 10 days worth of this, and I don't have to worry. All I got to do is add orange juice, a little peanut butter, and probably banana. And then I'm good to go. So I don't have to do a whole lot of thinking in the morning, because I'm not a really good morning person. Okay, so I don't know if y'all tried something like this or not, but to me, this works a lot better than the little bags do, you know, because other than when I used the quart bags and I laid them all flat in the freezer, and then once they got frozen, I stacked them all up, and they just were one in, and I had done 18 of them, and that worked great. But then when I used all those up, then I had all these other packets in there. What's in this, what's in that, even though they were labeled, because the bag would be turned over and you couldn't see the label. So you actually had to pick it up to see the label. So anyway, this is going to solve my problem, I believe. So anyway, y'all leave me a message. Tell me what y'all do. I mean, I can't stand it when my freezer gets to the place I don't know what's in there. And every time I defrost the freezer, Mr. Bucky always goes, did you find any surprises? Because I found cake and stuff in little plastic containers that was like 6 months in there, so, or for sure 3 months. So anyway, all right, I hope that phone wasn't for me. It's probably for Mr. Bucky. All right, we will see y'all next time.